This tutorial is on trimming a bowl, in this case the 5-pound fruit bowl I threw yesterday. First thing I do, obviously you want to make sure it's leather hard so that when you score it, you can still score it, but it's stable enough. What I do first is I look inside and I'm looking for where the bottom ends and the side begins. And I'm going to go underneath there and I'm going to score that, and that's going to be the outside of my foot, which will make more sense in a minute. And then I'm also going to feel on the side where the little thickness begins. So right about here is I'm going to bring my curve in to intersect with the line. And then the third thing I do is I'm feeling the thickness of the bottom and how much I've got to trim off, which isn't a lot, but there's enough to do something. So, first thing I'll do, a bigger bowl it's easier, I'm just going to tap it on center. I'm just picking a spot, I think I'm fine there. This bowl is big enough I don't need water on the bat to help secure it. It's nice and stable as is. So first thing I use is a tool that has a bit of a heel to create my line. I'm going to hold it nice and firmly, make sure my left hand is anchored right in the middle of the pot, and just like throwing, my hands are touching. I'm going to bring the tool down and create my outside foot. I'm just going to make that even deeper. Nice defined line. So now I'm going to take this clay all off up until wherever my little witness line is here. So this is the area I'm working on now. So actually first I'm just going to redefine where my kind of end zone is. And I may use a slightly bigger tool now to get some of this volume off. So I like the round part of the tool. And there's certainly not a single way to hold trimming tools. It's what's going to work for you that you can keep it stable. But I am a fan of not moving the tool very much, but moving the pressure on the tool. So now I'm going to stand up my foot a little bit more. This clay may be a tad drier than ideal, although I'm getting decent little curlicues, so it's okay. And again, I haven't moved that tool, but you can see where I'm moving the pressure to blend in the curve. A little bit more on the foot. Just a little more defined. Okay, so that may be enough. At least it's enough to go back inside, and then I'll check from the bottom. So now I'm going to define the inside of my foot. So define the inside of my foot, the same thing. The width of the foot depends on the size of the bowl. I wouldn't want a very skinny thing, but I'm going to say something that's probably about, I don't know, half an inch, 5/8 of an inch. Same thing, I'm just getting a nice groove. Okay, so now that I know my stopping point, I'm going to take care of the inside. I like to use, again, the heel of the tool to create sort of a series of grooves that gets me my initial cutting depth. And I'm pulling the tool sort of to 4 o'clock, just to me. And then generally I smooth out the groove and then assess whether I think I need to go anymore. So I'm going to have the nose of my tool closest to my foot so I can control it. And then right through the center. That actually feels like that's probably all I need on that. So the last thing I do, one, I make sure I've got a smooth bottom. In this case I do. So I'm just going to use my thumbnail to bevel the two edges here. Actually there is a little remnant of clay, so I'm just going to hold that there and lift that up. Good. And then if this is a smaller bowl, I often use a wet sponge to kind of burnish this. This one I don't think I need to do it because again I threw it on some plaster. And so last step will be just to check if I need to do any more, I'll do it and then do the same steps.